So then the question is Islam against love? Because many people don't hear many lectures about love in Islam or romance in Islam, and they don't hear much about love in Islam. So I remind you that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of His names is Al-Wadud, the loving, and the one that is beloved also. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala many times in the Quran tells us the types of people that He loves. Inna Allah yuhibbu at-tawwabin wa yuhibbu al-mutatahhirin. Inna Allah yuhibbu alladhina yuqatiluna fi sabilihi saffa. Wa huwa al-ghafur al-wadud. So many times Allah will mention the types of people that He loves, and He will mention love and how He is loved by His servants. And those of you who have studied, in worship, you may have encountered something called the 3 pillars of worship, which is love, hope, and fear. What drives you to worship? Part of it is fear of the punishment. Part of it is hope in Allah's mercy. But then, as the scholars describe it, like a bird, the body of that bird, if the wings to keep it balanced are love and fear, the body of the bird is the love, hope and fear, the wings. The body of the bird is the love that drives you forward. So loving Allah Azza wa Jal and worshipping Him out of love is part of it as well. So there is a lot of love in Islam, whether or not you have sat at a lecture where it was just about love. The Prophet ﷺ was a very loving person and also very romantic. A lot of people think that to be religious, you have to be dry and emotionally distant and just frowning, and that's the mark of a good religious person. You see a good religious brother who's like this. Assalamu alaikum, alhamdulillah, Allah barak fi. This is a good, serious, mashallah, good religious brother. But no. So, and there's nothing shameful about love. Contemplate the hadith of Amr ibn al-As when he came to ask the Prophet ﷺ, which of the people is most beloved to you? Now if I ask you this question, which of the people is most beloved to you? And I'm talking outside your family, what will you say? Oh, Sheikh so-and-so. Who will just immediately run and say, my wife? But the Prophet ﷺ, when Amr ibn al-As asked him, who is the most beloved to you of people? Immediately he says, Aisha. So Amr ibn al-As had to clarify, well, I was talking about men, not women. So the Prophet ﷺ is not ashamed to say that he loves his wife in public. And the Prophet ﷺ had excellent love for Khadija radiallahu anha that remained even after her death, even years after her death. He loved her so much that he would honor her friends and her relatives years after her death. He would present them with gifts. If he slaughtered, he would give part to them. And Aisha radiallahu anha said she had never been jealous of anyone as much as she was jealous of Khadija radiallahu anha, who died many years before her. And the Prophet ﷺ also would mention about loving children, where when he kissed a child and the man asked him, he said, you kiss children? I have so many kids and I've never kissed one of them. And the Prophet ﷺ tells him, what can I do for you if Allah has taken mercy out of your heart? So there's a lot of love. And in the hadith recorded in Sahih al-Jami', the Prophet ﷺ said, there is nothing better for two who love one another than marriage. The two who love one another, the best thing for them is to get married. So it does acknowledge that there can be love, and then it gives you a solution for it, which is the marriage. It recognizes that.